You say it again. I'll start tomorrow. It sounds responsible, like you're planning, like you're giving yourself time. But later, when everything gets quiet, you feel it. That tight pressure in your chest. That one question that keeps showing up. Why not today? Most people think this means you're lazy, undisciplined, unmotivated. But psychology shows something deeper. This pattern often comes from people who think ahead, feel deeply, and actually care more than most. What looks like delay is often your mind trying to protect you from pressure, from judgment, from getting it wrong. And once you understand that, you stop fighting yourself and start moving differently. You delay because it matters too much. Think about it. You don't procrastinate small things, a quick message, a simple task. You just do it. But when something feels important, something that could change your life, everything slows down. You open your laptop, blank screen, cursor blinking, and suddenly your mind fills with everything. Success, failure, people watching, people judging. Psychology shows that the brain attaches more emotional weight to meaningful goals. The bigger the goal, the heavier it feels. So you pause. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow when I'm ready. But here's the truth. That hesitation is not weakness. It's emotional weight. It means you care. And caring is powerful. You just haven't learned how to move with that pressure yet. So instead of trying to remove the pressure, shrink the entry. Don't start the project. Just write one line. Don't transform your life. Just begin the first step. Because small starts break heavy pressure. You're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding the feeling. You already know what to do. You've planned it, thought about it, maybe even overthought it. But when it's time to begin, something feels uncomfortable. Doubt, uncertainty, that quiet fear of what if this doesn't work? Research indicates that procrastination is emotional, not logical. So your brain looks for relief, and it finds it fast. Your phone, scrolling, videos, distraction. For a moment, it works. The feeling disappears, but the task doesn't. It waits, now heavier than before, sitting on top of guilt. Here's the shift. When you avoid starting, you're not failing. You're reacting to a feeling. And the moment you notice that feeling, you gain control. Next time, pause and ask yourself, what am I trying not to feel right now? Then take one small action anyway. Even if the feeling stays, that's how control starts. You think too far ahead, and it freezes you. You don't just think about starting. You think about everything. How long it will take. What could go wrong? What success would demand. What people will say. Your mind jumps to the end before you even begin. Psychology shows that overthinking future outcomes increases inaction because your brain is trying to solve the entire journey at once. And that creates pressure. Too much pressure. So your body shuts down. You delay. You wait. You say, I'll start tomorrow. But here's the truth. Your mind isn't the problem. It's powerful. It sees possibilities others don't. But you don't need the whole path right now. You only need the next step. Not the full plan. Not the perfect strategy. Just the next move. One step reduces pressure. And pressure is what's stopping you. You tie action to your identity. And that makes it heavy. This is where it gets deeper. It's no longer just a task. It feels like a test. If you succeed, it means something. If you fail, it also means something. About you. About your ability. About your future. Research indicates that when self-worth is tied to outcomes, people avoid starting. Because now it's personal. So your brain protects you. It keeps you in the planning phase, safe, untested. You tell yourself, I'll start when I'm ready. I'll start when it's perfect. But perfect never comes, because perfect is just fear in disguise. Here's the reframe. Your actions don't define your worth. They build your experience. You're not supposed to be great at the start. You're supposed to begin messy, uncertain, imperfect. That's how everyone you admire started. You wait for motivation, but motivation doesn't come first. You've been waiting for that moment, that spark, that feeling where everything clicks, where you suddenly feel ready. So when you don't feel it, you delay. I'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow feels the same, because nothing changed. Psychology shows that motivation often comes after action, not before. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. So instead of waiting to feel ready, start small. 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Open the file. Write 1 sentence. Take 1 step. Because once you begin, your brain follows. And suddenly, it's not as heavy as it felt. This pattern feels automatic now. You sit down to work, and somehow, you're on your phone. You didn't even decide. It just happened. That's because repetition creates habits, mental shortcuts. Research indicates that repeated behaviors become automatic over time. That's why it feels hard to stop. Not because you're weak, because it's practiced. But here's the part most people miss. If it was learned, it can be unlearned. Slowly, not perfectly, but consistently, 1 interruption at a time. Put your phone away before you start. Set a timer. Change your environment. Make starting easier than avoiding. That's how patterns break. Not with force, with design. And now you see it. I'll start tomorrow was never the real problem. It was a response to pressure, to fear, to expectations. And none of that makes you weak. It means you care. It means you think deeply. It means you want your life to mean something. And those are strengths, not flaws. So the next time you catch yourself saying it, pause. Don't judge yourself. Just notice. Because that moment, right there, is where everything can change. You don't need to fix your whole life. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to begin. Small, messy, real. Because starting isn't about being ready. It's about being willing. And if this felt personal, if you saw yourself in this, you're not alone. There's a reason your mind works this way. And there's a way to turn it into strength. Subscribe for more psychology insights like this. Because the more you understand your mind, the less it controls you. And the more you take control of your life,